Stuart Cummings, tonight's match official, just checking his watches, making sure everything is ready. And the match is underway. Iestyn Harris with the kickoff. Now, it's been raining here in this part of the world for part of the afternoon, but it's nice and dry now. There isn't hardly a breath of wind, and so conditions absolutely perfect for a fast-flowing open game. And despite the tension, I'm sure we're going to get it. Flowers disappears under that challenge. Dummy half was Aaron Raper. He gets it away to Nathan Sykes. Sykes disappears under the fierce tackling again of this Leeds set of six. Haaland with the drive, almost straight over the top of Darryl Powell. But then in came Sheridan and Darren Fleary. And Fleary's return to action, so important for the Leeds Rhinos here. But it's also important that Sampson is there for the Tigers. He gets to his feet, plays it to Aaron Raper again. Raper running it. Not the best pass, though. It was very high. Rodgers couldn't get a fingertip to it.
Well, it was the right option. You could see there that they were left completely out of the way. Senior had gone onto the wing, and the hooker, Aaron Raper, had noticed that. And Senior had come well. He was all on his own. It would have been a wonderful break, but not the best pass, I'm afraid. Opportunity missed there, but quick thinking there from that man, Aaron Raper.
Speak was the dummy half, gives it to Masella. Masella drives it in. Vowles missed him first time, but with Haaland regathered his thoughts and got him once more. Good run from Speak, the young hooker, Andy Speak. Pitched in against Wigan and Bradford last month, and he really came up with flying colours. This now Adrian Morley.
Good defence there. Leeds realise they've got to start getting over the advantage line. It was something that they struggled against St Helens. Always lost it.
Glanville lost the ball.
Well, it's been missed by the touch judge and the officials. Well, the touch judge was right in front of that.
Missed it completely.
Went too high, Sheridan. Well, Glanville either had the ball taken or he lost it. Also got a stamp on his, that's the high shot from Ryan Sheridan. Well, that's relieved the pressure. Silly play by the little halfback. Should concentrate on more of his attacking skills and doing that. They're all fired up for this, though.
They are. Ryan Sheridan named in the 29-man strong Great Britain touring squad. It will be whittled down at the end of the season after the grand final, and Ryan Sheridan desperate not to miss the bus. Dean Sampson on the charge, angry that he's not been included by Andy Goodway, but dumped to the ground there. Dale Fricks with the run for the Tigers now. They're still inside their own half. Raper, on it goes to Sykes. Wonderful tackle from Adrian Morley. He flew in and cut him down. Raper to Haaland. Another great tackle there from Mark Glanville.
Solid defence from the Rhinos. It has to be leading the way. Is a little look at Andy Speak.
Davis
is again.
Under pressure, gets it away to Danny Orr. Orr drops it and Vowles picks it up. Hit by Fleary. Away it goes again. Castleford recycling the football all the time. This is Rodgers. That's the last.
That's the second time that Rodgers has kept out on his whitewash, and there's been an opportunity. Full credit to the Leeds sliding defence. They got over quickly.
Great kick from Brad Davis. Harris, though, under no pressure, surrounded by three colleagues. They watched him all the way, and Harris picked it up.
Just didn't have the height there. You've got to get a little bit higher so that your charging forward can put the pressure on the fullback. They failed to do that.
Godden gets to his feet, plays it to Cummings. Francis Cummings thought he saw a gap. Paul Sterling is bleeding from the eye by the looks of things. He's in all sorts of trouble. And now Castleford are, because they're caught offside of that play the ball.
Ferocious start from both sides. Great defence. You could see there that Raper a little bit too keen to get involved early. Just a metre in front of the official, Stuart Cummings. Big night for him, big night for this fella as well. Simpson, that's sad to see Paul Sterling leave the field.
Yes, he's off in the blood bin for the time being, but he's only just back in the side. Missed last weekend's debacle at St Helens. This is Morley now for Leeds, looking to register points early. Speak to Sheridan. Now here's Senior, and he hangs on and then just throws Brad Davis away from him before he's collared by the big men. Glanville, on it goes to Masella. Masella, good strong run, taking Leeds to within 12 metres of the Tigers' posts. Speak again to Powell. Powell looks left and finds Morley. Then it goes on to Godden. Good defence again, though, from Castleford. This was much in evidence last week. Went through the legs of the man at dummy half, so Leeds still in possession. Harris tries to flick it through. Well collected by Richard Gay.
Nothing kicked there by the Leeds skipper. He'll be disappointed with that. Richard Gay easily accepted it. It surprised me, perhaps, he went on the blind side. I thought in tight games like this, it's not a bad option to go for a one-pointer early, just to settle the nerves down.
Well, that's been one of your curtain calls throughout the course of this season. You really do believe that the one-pointer is so important during the course of this year.
It certainly does, and Castleford against Wigan last week, early in that second half, even though they had a 6-point lead, they were looking for it. They had 2 attempts. OK, they didn't succeed, but they were hunting for it.
Here we go.
They've got the penalty here for offside against Leeds now. Standing not square at the play of the ball.
You could see Darren Fleary, he'd gone off on a little bit of a walkabout. Probably just lost his bearings.
I wonder whether this is the last time we see Graham Murray in Super League 1999.
There's a posing question.
Well, he knows that if Leeds don't win here, that's the end as far as he's concerned.
Wait for his foot. Wait for his foot.
And Pastures knew a wait, but Pastures knew where. That's the big question, with the Norths and Manly merger very much on the cards in Australia, and Graham Murray on his way to Norths. But will he be the coach of the new merged club if they do indeed get together?
Well, if they do, they've made it quite clear that it will not be Graham Murray. So he will be looking for another club if that is the case.
Castleford within 10 metres, good ball from Raper. Davis tries to step inside and does, gets it away to Sampson. Out wide, they must score. Eager will score in the corner. Michael Eager, first blood to the Castleford Tigers. Try for the Castleford Tigers. Michael Eager comes up with another priceless 4. Tried his last 2 matches for Michael Eager. Only passed Vic just before this match started. And Stuart Raper, is he on the way again to a shock win?
Well, Leeds play a man-on-man defence, and that's the reason why they get caught out. Beautiful play by Raper. You can see Davies kept the ball alive. Sampson realised they were all coming in, and they were caught well and truly. This was wonderful play. Marcus Senelea, who's come on for the injured Paul Sterling. He's left in no man's land. Sampson sees that. There's Senelea all on his own, and Eager, the man that started the rot against Wigan last week, has done exactly the same. It was a kick from Danny Orr that got him the try. A pass from Sampson on this occasion. Either way, he'll be happy with a 4.
3 in a row now for Michael Eager. 16 tries during 1999. And he came across from Warrington last year. At the end of last season did Michael Eager, and another fine signing for Stuart Raper and the Castleford Tigers. Now then, Danny Orr with this chance to convert, the only man in the Great Britain squad from Castleford. A couple of metres in from the touchline far side, is given it a great chance. He's kicked it. What a start for the Tigers. Leeds 0, Castleford 6.
Man-on-man, and they were man with an overlap out wide. Sampson saw it. Senelea scrambled through. That really was a gift try. Desperately trying to get to him, but Eager was far too quick. Quick thinking by the prop forward. We said the Tigers need to get off to a flying start. You can't get much better than that from that guy.
Michael Eager ending the year as he started it, scoring tries. The blood bin is reversed. And Flowers is picked up and dumped by Andy Speake and Martin Masella. This is Lee Harlan now. Speake was low down, he was first man in, 2 more came over the top. Sampson gets the ball away. Great belief running through this Castleford side that this really could be their year to claim a first ever league championship.
Well, we said that the adrenaline would come from last week's game, certainly into this match. And it's going to be seen, it's a great 40-20 as well. That is an incredible kick there from the hooker, Aaron Raper.
He's just going to check where he kicked from, but it was within the 40 that he made contact. There it is.
No worries about that. He wanted to check whether his feet was behind the line. No doubt about either that it went past the 20 mark. They are so important.
Okay.
Scrum attack for the Tigers.
I'm just about to say that Leeds need to keep their composure. Remember, against St Helens, they were blitzed early. It took them a while to get back into the game. They can hardly concede another now.
But that's what the Tigers are hunting, and with Jason Flowers, they're in possession. Some 15 metres away from the Leeds post. Adrian Vowles gets it away to Sampson. And Sampson looking to outmuscle Adrian Morley. Anxious times these for Graham Murray and his coaching staff. This now is Nathan Sykes. Leeds must defend. And it's Sykes who just looked over the shoulder. Saw Raper there, but decided to hang on. But Castleford inching towards the line. Vowles will score! Adrian Vowles scores for Castleford. They are rocking the Rhinos to their roots. Adrian Vowles with the try. Leeds couldn't defend. And the try for Vowles, another man in red-hot form in these playoffs. And Castleford have a 10-point lead. Incredible at Headingley. The Leeds fans are silenced. The Castleford fans are dancing.
It all came from the 40-20 from the hooker. It was a classic kick too. It's one thing that Leeds have struggled to do here. In fact, they've only kicked one in Super League throughout the season. But how important was that? They allowed the hooker to run riot, and Vowles a neat pass. Superb there. He sucked in Morley and Vowles. Well, the two guys have done it again. Vowles scored the second try at Wigan last Sunday. Egan and Vowles have done it again. They were both from kicks last week. They're both from passes this week, but who cares? If you're a Tiger fan, you'll have a smile so wide you could fit a beer crate down it.
Well, Adrian Vowles, as the Leeds conference continues behind the posts. Adrian Vowles, who kept Andy Farrell out of the dream team, the mythical side selected by an alleged panel of experts. And, well, Adrian Vowles and the Castleford Tigers, if Danny Orr kicks this, it's 12-0. And Danny Orr has kicked it. It's 12-0. Leeds fans are quiet. Castleford fans can't believe it.
Look at this, four Leeds defenders admiring themselves underneath the post. As soon as Morley comes off the line, there's a huge gap. Quick thinking by Raper. Good support play by Vowles. They are in trouble, Leeds. They have not been rocked, they have been shocked. Graham Murray, the coach, has to get the message out to the Rhinos. Defence is the key. You cannot stand around just looking at each other.
So Castleford with their tails well and truly up, 12 points in the opening 12 minutes. Who said 4 days isn't enough? 6 offloads. Leeds have yet to release the football as they're tackled. In fact, Leeds at the moment simply can't get hold of the ball. 70-30 in the Castleford Tigers' favour in the opening 13 minutes of this match. And everything they're trying at the moment is coming off. This is Dale Fritz.
You know, I'll go as far to say, Eddie, that I think this 40-20 rule that has been brought in is probably one of the major factors, the best rule changes that we've had in this game for over 50 years.
Well, Raper's just gone for another. And they had Francis Cummings back on the touchline, and off goes Cummings. Castleford now falling off the tackles, but Brad Davis didn't. Leeds looking to respond. Sterling offloads to Powell, and Powell disappears down a blind alley. Great run from Cummings. Here now is Masella. Up the middle he goes, and Nathan Sykes stood firm as a rock.
6 missed tackles by Leeds will not be putting them in the good books from their coach, Graham Murray. In the first 13 minutes, you can't afford to do that.
Cleary driving it in, but unable to release the ball as he falls. Struggling to get to his feet, looking for the penalty, non-forthcoming. Here now is Sheridan. He will hoist the ball towards the in-goal. Looking for Cummings. The ball's dropped, and Godden touches it down. This will be, I think, a decision for the video ref. It is.
On the screen.
Who got the hand to that? Was it a Castleford man who got the finger to it?
Onside.
And was the man
whether there was a
onside?
knock on by Leeds.
I think you'll find that it was Francis Cummings that gets a fingertip to this.
Well, they're all onside, I think.
Onside is okay. Put the winger under a lot of pressure, and up they went. And who gets to it? Gay's up there, highest. Ooh, that's hard. I think that's Cummings' hand, the left hand. Difficult. I think the video ref will have to have a little look at this one. Different angle. Gay goes early. Cummings, yeah, came off Cummings, unfortunately. This will be deemed as a knock-on. See how Gay went far too early. Gay was virtually on his way down by the time the ball comes. And I think it's quite clear that it definitely hits the forearm of Francis Cummings. Well, much to the dismay of this big Leeds crowd, I think we're going to hear a few boos when NOTRY comes up on the big screen.
The video ref is plainly not
convinced, is he?
Convinced, no.
What about the fans? They've got the cards. I wonder if they're convinced.
Having another look, the video referee, John Connolly tonight, by the way, the man who will have to decide, and Godden is the man who will score the try. Well, he feels that
Gay, his right hand, perhaps has hit the ball before it collides with the forearm of Francis Cummings. It is a difficult one to call this.
And it's a big one for the Leeds Rhinos. Well, they're the Leeds fans. They say try. The Castleford fans say no try. So what say you, video referee? No try. And a 20-metre restart. Castleford fans breathe a sigh of relief. So it was a knock-on by Francis Cummings.
Close one.
Tough one to call.
But I think on reflection and looking at all those replays, I think the video referee has got it spot on in the end. Much to the dismay of that fellow, Francis Cummings.
It will encourage Leeds, though. They can pierce this defence. And now Castleford have a penalty. Adrian Morley not releasing the grounded man, Nathan Sykes.
Well, you can see that all over the fella. And Sykes was milking it for all it was worth, and why not?
I don't think he's found touch here.
Oh, well played there.
Cummings flicked the ball back.
Well, that's a big mistake. That was a wonderful effort there to get that ball back in. They rushed it a little bit too much there in Castleford. Tremendous play by Cummings.
Yes, back it came to Harris, and thus has launched this attack from Leeds, but Powell is all wrapped up. Well, this is an opportunity for the Rhinos. They're in possession with Fleary.
Well, Stuart Raper, the coach, will be spitting chips over that one.
Well, he will if they score a try from it. And here now is Harris. He's joined the line, flicks the pass back to Morley. But again, this scrambling defence from the Tigers.
Good work from Brad Davies. He went low on the big second rower. That's a nothing kick.
Another nothing kick from Sheridan. Slid it through, but there was nobody chasing it up from Leeds.
Well, they lost the plot there. Good option, though, from Ryan Sheridan. He weighted it right, but you'll see there, they were very slow to react. It's as though they didn't realise that the little halfback, Sheridan, was going to put in the grubber.
Now it's Richard Gay again.
Ball clear! Again, fellas.
Well, they've not won a league game here since 1992. But they have won in knockout football, to their credit. A couple of wins, 1995 Regal Trophy quarter-final, and last year's Challenge Cup success here at Headingley. Kick downfield is collected by Paul Sterling, and Sterling is away from two. Eager's after him, and Eager gets to him in the end.
Good work by Sterling. Going back out after receiving treatment on the sideline. Stopped the 40-20 there. Oh, that was pretty high.
Well, this is the way it looks in all meetings since 1973, when Rugby League reverted back to two divisions.
What a hit from Adrian Vowles. Well, Anthony Farrell wondered what on earth had come at him there. It was a fair charge. Vowles have been doing this all season, straight across the chest.
Glanville on the power run now. This this is the last tackle, this set of 6, but that pass from Speak has gone behind everybody. Farrell has it. Farrell just hacks the ball downfield. Rodgers will collect it, and Leeds are all at sea. They're totally, completely out of sorts.
Well, I mentioned before the game that it was time for Darryl Powell and Ryan Sheridan to get back to the form at the start of the season. They really were blitzing the opposition, but they have struggled to hit 100%, and they still are struggling out there. Now, I must say, it wasn't a back kick from a forward in the end, was it?
Lee Jackson preparing to come on, and Graham Murray has done this so many times during 1999. When things aren't going right, pitches Lee Jackson on to turn it, and generally he has turned it.
Well, he normally waits until around about the 25-minute mark, but I think he realises that they are in a lot of trouble.
Needs must.
Certainly does. I mean, full credit to Andy Speak. He's done his job, what he had to do. He's tackled like a terrier out there. But now the time has come for a little bit more constructive play, and Lee Jackson will certainly give them that.
So Andy Speak's the man to make way for Jackson, and there he is at dummy half. Flicks the pass to his right and finds Darryl Powell on the charge, but Powell is grounded by Lee Harlan. Jackson waits, gives it then to Morley, and suddenly Leeds have injected a little bit more vigour into their play. Jackson again, back it goes to Sheridan. He looks wide and finds Glanville. Glanville on to Godden. Godden then wide to Cummings, and Cummings with a kick down the line. And that will stay within the field of play. Flowers is going to have to run this ball out. Jackson following up, and Glanville. Good chase from the veteran Australian.
Well, Leeds are all at sea. That's the second occasion they've gone for a kick with not a recognised kicker. They've got to sort themselves out there. If it gets any worse and they don't start getting any progress forward, I think that's Graham Murray, the Leeds coach, perhaps to say, well, come on, Euston, come back from full back, get up there and get them started.
Knows his players have got problems. Interesting to look at Graham Murray's record, while Stuart Raper watches on, I'm sure, in admiration of his players for their courage and class in these playoffs so far. But Murray's record here at Headingley, 31 League and Cup games here under him, and they've won 27 and lost only 4. So they have the pedigree to come back and win this match. And there's his overall record in the coaching stakes, Graham Murray. He's looking to steer the Rhinos to their first ever League and Cup double. And yet he could be out of work if Castleford continue to win this match at the end of 80 minutes.
Well, the introduction of Lee Jackson certainly has instilled, and the forwards are creating a little bit more progress. Harlan was not in an onside position. He allowed the advantage rule to Stuart Cummings, pulled them up eventually.
That's one.
Just 5 penalties in the match in the opening quarter. 3 of them have gone to Castleford. This now is the Leeds possession from their second, and Senior was almost through to within 15 metres of the line. Jackson to Sheridan. The runners arrive. He misses out one though. Godden went for it. Maloney got a foot to that. Will it be back to 6? No, the referee says that Maloney never played at it, so the tackle count will continue with Morley. And that's tackle number 4. Jackson had played the ball, and Sheridan's having a nightmare.
Well, it was the right call. Castleford defence was all at sea. They were going backwards. They knew that Sampson was just hanging around on the... You can see there, Sampson wasn't in a great position. It was a wonderful little switch there from the hooker, Lee Jackson, but Ryan Sheridan dropped it at the crucial moment. Well, Castleford are taking their opportunities. Leeds certainly are not.
No sledging. There's no snow around, is there? There's no snow, is there?
Stuart Cummings saying to the Australian Aaron Raper, stop sledging, there's no snow around.
Stay in, fellas.
Yes, they're aiming to crack down on that, aren't they, during the playoffs? If that would have been the case when you were playing, you'd never have got on the field, would you?
Well, I made the point a few days ago, didn't I? Oh, big hit there. That's what he's out there to do, Cleary.
That was on Maloney.
That's better. Leeds need to inject a little bit more fire, vim and vigour into their game. They're doing that now, and with tackles like that, that builds your confidence.
Eager gets to his feet, plays it. Castleford tried to spin it wide. All was under pressure. Got the kick away. but it was a knock-on under all that pressure, couldn't hang on, and Leeds now with a golden opportunity.
It's catching. Johnny Orr, normally so good with the hands. You could see there, he just had a little look at Sheridan. He was piling in towards him. Obviously, the message going out from Stuart Raper, just calm things down. Don't let it upset you. You're in charge of the football game at 12-0.
Referee unhappy the way the scrum had formed. Now he's happy. Sheridan feeds again, gives it there to Senior. Senior almost through. Flowers missed him, but Bowles got to him. Jackson, it goes to Masella, who will drive it towards the line. Great defence again from the Tigers, though. They're working as a unit, hunting in a pack. And here now is Harris trying to squirm his way to the line, to within a couple of metres. Senior, the dummy half. Sheridan goes back this way. Oh, and they put it down again. Farrell this time.
Tempers flaring, obviously. After Farrell had misjudged it, knocked on the loose forward. Adrian Vowles had plenty to say. Well, it has been raining here. It has been slippy. But I think you can put that down to the pressure out there. It really is hot.
No penalties.
Only 5 handling errors. That's surprising. It has seemed that every time Leeds got within cue of the Castleford Tigers line, they've been dropping the football.
Oh, that was high from Powell.
Flowers felt it, but immediately got to his feet and played the ball. This is Haaland. Haaland flicks it back. Sampson. They're high on confidence, aren't they, the Tigers, keeping the ball alive. Now it's with Eager, trying to go round Senior. Keith Senior hauls him down.
Good defence from Senior there, it has to be as well. Michael Eager's into form.
Sampson on the charge, loses it.
No advantage.
Rogers hacks the ball forward, but the referee will bring them back to the scrum on halfway. And as he blows the whistle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 water carriers flood onto the field.
Well, Sampson was claiming that this ball was ripped out. Now, it's hard to decide. It was ripped out, in my opinion, but was Paul Sterling attached to the big fella?
I thought there was a decree from the Rugby League that not so many water carriers were allowed on the field anymore. 6 came out then. Here's Harris. Great run from Harris. Flowers got to him.
Trapped him all the way. Good work from Flowers.
Godden. Leeds need to score. This is arguably their best period of the match. Powell, on it goes to Sheridan. Oh, and Fleary held on somehow. Nearly put it down again, did Leeds.
Ryan Sheridan slowly but surely getting into this game. He's starting to control things. His confidence must be up.
That was Sheridan's bullet-like pass into the arms of Senior, who held on. Here's Jackson. Now it's with Sheridan again. He applies the brakes, comes back this way. Barry McDermott's on. Flicks it back to Jackson. Jackson holds on. Got the ball away somehow to Farrell, but no way through for Farrell. Tigerish defence from Castleford. Senior dummy half, Sheridan. On it goes to Powell. Powell looks left and finds Morley. Morley slips.
Just came a little bit too early then, the second rower.
Here's Harris, stabs for the in goal. Gay just flicks it away under pressure from Cummings.
That's
so close.
Much better kick there from the fullback, Easton Harris. That's to apply the pressure. Well, most coaching in Super League will tell you that if you can get at least 14, 15 tackles on the trot, it's very difficult for a defence to keep you out. And that's why it's so important, the short kicking game. It was on that occasion. The other two have been rather poor, but not on this occasion. They obviously feel, Leeds, that Richard Gay is a problem. They're working towards Gay's wing all the time.
Well, the referee has called time off because the football appears to have disappeared at the moment.
Time off, let's go.
Time back on now as Maloney drops it out from underneath the sticks, only gets it to halfway. Harris is underneath it. Heard the call from Morley, and Morley charges forward at the defence. Tonks is on for Castleford. He and Haaland bringing him down, and Leeds had the penalty. Tonks and Haaland wouldn't get off the ground at Morley quick enough.
No doubt about it. Squashing them all down, trying to make sure that the defence got back in time.
Well, no prizes for guessing what Iestyn Harris is going to do with this. He's going to have a kick at goal. vice-captain of the Great Britain Tri-Series squad, which will journey to the Southern Hemisphere after the Grand Final, and 131 goals in Super League, but just 3 short now of a new club record of 166 in the season, 166 set by Lewis Jones, the great Lewis Jones, and this another kick for Harris. He won't be worried about the record books, though. He'll be more concerned with turning that naught against Leeds' name into 2. And he's done that. No, he hasn't. He's missed a sitter. Well, well, well. Is this to be the Tigers' night? Harris, and every picture tells a story, and Graham Murray looks most concerned at the moment. And Stuart Raper breathed a big sigh of relief then.
Well, they've got the starter that they definitely wanted, and they really have put Leeds off their kilter. And I must say, it's a Castleford defence yet again.
That was never played properly, by the way, by Sheridan.
It was absolutely magnificent against Wigan last Sunday. Some of the defence, it looked that for sure that Wigan would breach them. And remember, Castleford, they missed 25 tackles last week. They can't afford to do that many against Leeds. They've got the firepower of the Rhinos.
Harris, not the best pass. That's a knock-on against Godden. He will say it went backwards.
Well, he was facing backwards, but I think you'll find that it rolls forward. Yep. Well, not the best pass from the captain. That's a good decision by Stuart Cummings. Doesn't automatically say that just because you've got your back to the opposition that it can't be a knock-on. Eagle eye of Stuart Cummings.
Yes, and if it is propelled towards the opponent's goal line, it is a knock-on. And that's why the decision was given. But Steve-O, in around about 11.5 minutes' time, try telling that to the members of the South Stand.
I shall look forward to my descent down the spiral staircase.
Harlan.
I'm not normally fond of a certain sweet that they sell around this area.
Danny Orr just dropped the shoulders, alluded 2, alluded 3, spun to the ground by Barry McDermott. Here's Raper, finds Davis, and Flowers was hunting on his shoulder, but he took the tackle from Glanville. This is the last for Castleford. What will they do with it? Well, Orr will put the kick in. Here is a real tester for Harris. He's dropped it, but Sterling's picked it up.
What an opportunity there. Darren Rogers, one of the tallest wingmen in Super League, who went for the ball. It certainly put Harris off. Harris made a right meal of it. And it was very fortunate that Paul Sterling, his experience, came to the fore.
And Rogers is injured in back play. Castleford are about to take him off the field. He's limping heavily. So at the moment they will defend this attack with 12 men. Sheridan.
Nice little dummy, but Fritz got back to him.
Well, you get the feeling this is a crucial stage of the match for both these sides. Leeds desperately needing to get back into it, and Castleford desperately trying to hang on. Sheridan, well,
he was losing it. Got to be offside.
McDermott was only 1.5 miles offside.
Pretty hard to tell a prop forward that get your calculations out. He was stood in front of the man, but he lost control of it. Talking of losing it.
Effort on the 10, please, fellas.
Did Samson play the football? You see, he just got to it.
He never had it, did he?
Yeah, but no, it just went over. I thought perhaps Samson may have got a foot to it.
Effort on the 10s.
Jiggles around, then he loses it, and he just gets to it before it's classified as a knock-on. And yeah, Samson certainly played it. That should have been offside. Not onside, never mind offside. The ball's nearly taken my head off.
But Barry McDermott was still stood inside the 10, so he was offside anyway. Samson, good ball.
Well spotted by Powell, it had to be as well.
Harland was nearly through then. Here's Davis. Davis to Orr. They're trying to spread it wide again with Bowles. Leeds this time swarming round the Castleford captain to bring him down. Away they come again. Orr to Samson. Good quick hands, but too quick for Jason Flowers. Connected by Mark Glanville.
Well, in the trade, we call that a hospital pass. Not surprising that Flowers didn't go committed to it 100%.
Jackson.
That had ambulance written all over it. Flashing light, too.
Well, they're defending exactly like they defended last Sunday against Wigan. Castleford, they're not giving Leeds an inch.
And they've come up with a knock-on.
Come up with a knock-on, have Leeds.
Well, they've been hammered out of it. Lack of composure there. Well, it's claimed that he's lost it, but he was rolling the ball backwards.
Let's go, boys.
Well, I'm not so sure that he came up with an infringement there. Mark Glanville. Either way, the Tigers, they're sharpening their teeth.
That's a terrific tackle by Harris on his opposite number, Flowers. Or to Vowles. He disappears under Glanville and Farrell. The news of Darren Rogers, by the way, is he's in the blood bin because he's badly gashed his knee. So that won't count in the overall run of the changes that Stuart Raper can make. That's an awful mess, and it's got to be a penalty to Castleford.
They were all over him.
Danny Orr will have another 2 points here.
Yes, they can have a word. Hold that.
Well, you can see there that Thompson was trying to get up. They couldn't allow him.
To the ground. On that one,
Now, he's supposed to regain his feet first, but to be fair to him, he couldn't. Well, I don't know what he's drinking, Graham Murray, but
it won't be champagne at this rate.
Not in a pint glass, anyway. Well, I must say, he knows that he has been blitzed at the moment by this wonderful Tiger outfit who have arrived here pumping that adrenaline through their veins, and they are worthy of their lead. And if he pops this over, it's a crucial kick. Harris missed the Rhinos' opportunity. 5 minutes to go. That could be crucial too, but this even more so, Eddie.
Well, just cast your mind back 12 months ago, Steve-O. Remember, Halifax finished 3rd in 1998. They were beaten by Leeds in the playoffs. Then they went to meet St Helens in a home match in the next stage of the playoffs, and they were beaten. You know, Castleford are coming into this match on the back of a victory, and what a victory against Wigan, and Leeds coming into this on the back of a hammering by St Helens. 3rd place could be the poison chalice in Super League. 32 metres away, Danny Orr with a penalty. He's kicked it. He's kicked it, you know. The Tigers lead 14-0. A huge upset last week against Wigan at the new JJB Stadium. What price now? Another upset here at Headingley. The Tigers are roaring. And Leeds, well, they need to start charging like Rhinos.
They need to dig deep. The mascot is happy. It is a very subdued Leeds crowd here, and rightly so. They know that they're being taken to the cleaners by the Tigers at the moment.
Well, remember last week Leeds struck back against St Helens right on the stroke of half-time, having been outplayed for much of the first 40 minutes. Can they do it again in the closing 5 of this first half? Remember, whoever loses tonight goes out of the competition for 1999. He's lost that, Tonks, but unfairly. Hands in at the play of the ball. Penalty to Castleford.
Well, that will not help their cause. Lack of discipline. Silly play by the big prop forward, Darren Fleary. Well, no, he didn't have a hand. To be fair, I don't think he got a hand to it.
Penalty count is rising in Castleford's favour. It's 6-3 now.
In fact, it came off the knee of the hooker, Lee Jackson. Lee Jackson came through. My apologies to Mr. Fleary. He certainly didn't get a hand to it.
Pull back.
Stuart Raper has moved down to ground level, as he so often does, with 5 minutes to go. Dale Fritz. How important's he been to the Tigers this year? What a signing he was.
Just keeps working, doesn't he? And Castleford just have to play basic football now. Nothing pretty. Make sure that the kick and chase is spot on. If possible, try to apply the pressure, make sure the ball goes in goal. Or even better, are they close enough for the 1 point?
Raper down the short side into the arms of Maloney. Francis Maloney, who began here at Leeds at the start of his career. Just 3 appearances, though. Raper with the kick, cross field, looking for the runners. Sterling's out there, claims it brilliantly, but it's bundled over the line, and it's a goal line dropout. Didn't defuse the bomb in his own in goal. Came from the field of play, look. Great chase, Eager and Vowles.
Great kick by Raper. Good take as well by Paul Sterling under a lot of pressure.
And remember, he got a terrible bang in the eye. Look, he's like a boxer's left eye there. It's closing as this match continues.
Well, he probably would have only had one good eye looking into that. You can see that it's obviously blurred in that left eye. Bit of a problem there. He did well, but it was a great kick from Raper. And as we said, all Castleford have to do is make sure that the kick and chase was good. It was.
Okay, that's one. Clear.
They are in control completely.
Raper, dummy half to Davis, then to Tonks. Yet more territory gained by the Tigers. Raper again. Here's Davis. Wide it goes to Eager. He stabs it forward. Picked up gratefully. And Sterling now will come again for the Rhinos. Sterling skirting around them, taking on Danny Orr and Vowles and Fritz, getting the ball away before the tackle's completed. Here's Morley now. Good hit by Fritz, but he gets the ball away to Glanville. Glanville on then to Sheridan. Sheridan up the middle, hauled down by Danny Orr.
Good work from Leeds there, especially Sterling and the hooker Lee Jackson.
Offside.
They want to get on with it, Leeds. Harris says, let's get it over the whitewash. They do. See there, made no attempt to get back to 10. As soon as Sampson got involved, it took about 3 strides.
Massive.
Leeds do it again.
Massive 2 minutes to half-time. Jackson gets them there, gets a penalty. Penalty within 8 metres of the line. Vowles disputes the decision, but Cummings gives them the penalty.
Pretty hard there. Did Flowers get a fingertip to it? Yes, according to the official. Big question is here, well, they're going for the 2. And the home crowd, they're booing, they don't like it.
But again,
yeah, Vowles definitely whipped it away with Flowers in attendance.
To justify the decision, Steve, by Iestyn Harris, it does get them to within 2 converted tries. I know what you're going to say, though, that they were on the roll then, weren't they?
Which has not been often in this first half. And I'm not so sure that a penalty goal will give them the confidence that they need when they go into the dressing sheds. Remember, it was a try from Harris just before half-time against St Helens that gave them a glimmer of hope. I'm not so sure that 2 points, that's if we get them, will do the same.
Well, Harris didn't kick terribly cleverly with his first attempt. What about this one? That's better. 2 points to Leeds. They do get the ball back from the kick-off, of course, but have they got the time remaining? I don't think so. 14-2 now, Castleford Tigers. Half a minute of the match remaining. And Castleford, needless to say, in no hurry whatsoever. Graham Murray is waiting for his men just at the top of the steps between the pitch and the dressing room.
Probably the most important discussion he will have as a coach. He knows the pressure is well and truly on.
Referee's full time off.
A huge crowd here, Eddie. Graham Murray wants to leave Headingley as a victor.
Not even that.
Morley underneath the kickoff. Now then.
Okay, that's one.
There's the first tackle of that last set of 6. The only tackle of that last set of 6. The half-time siren sounds, and what another great 40 minutes work from the Castleford Tigers. Eager with the try, 7 minutes. Vowles with the second, 11 minutes. Or with a penalty, 5 to go to half-time, 14-0. Then Harris with a penalty goal right on the bell of the first half. 14. By 14 points to 2, and they know they're 40 minutes away from playing the losers of that Bradford Saints match next weekend, next Sunday, for a place at Old Trafford the following weekend on October the 9th. And I rather fancy that Graham Murray has sent the word out during the half-time team talk that this has got to be the greatest 40 minutes of their year.
Will not only use the bruise and brawn, they've got to use their mind as well. They really have got to think a little bit more than what they displayed in the first half.
Sliced kick downfield from Sheridan. Flowers played at it. Sheridan's followed up his own kick. That's a much better chase from Leeds. Godden, and he tried to get out of the way of Flowers, and he does so.
Good refereeing there by Stuart Cummings. In the heat of the moment, just after the restart, not being fooled by people trying to kid him and give a penalty. Going to be on the ball, the very whistleblower, especially in the playoff situation.
Well, can Leeds get back into this match? Can Castleford hang on and build? Remember, Castleford coming in with just 4 days preparation. It's 7 days since Leeds lost at St Helens. So they should be the fresher of the two as this match ebbs away. Meanwhile, that's Davis with the left-footed kick downfield. Harrison positioned himself perfectly. He will launch another attack.
That was a poor kick from Brad Davis. That will not have pleased Stuart Raper. You've got to try to turn these Leeds players around. Just got to try to erode their confidence. As Eddie mentioned at half-time, it is so important that the Rhinos got to try early in this game.
Okay, let's find out what was said. Early moments of the second half. What was said in those dressing rooms half-time?
Well, Eddie said that he wants Leeds now to turn the tables on the Tigers this half. This is Graham Murray's words, by the way. They have to do what Castleford did to them in the first half, and that is throw everything at the opposition, force the errors. He wants his side to do what they did so well throughout the season, that's hit hard, take control, and his two biggest words to them have been positivity and patience. But they're chasing a Castleford side that's oozing with that positivity. Stuart Raper wants to see his players continue to offload well, continue to defend well, a bit better than that, and persist with their tenacious defence.
Well, that wasn't tenacious defence from Darren Rogers. Good chase by the one-eyed Paul Sterling.
Definite knock on.
It was. Propelled forward first, then it went back.
Did everything right, got his body right there. Look at that left eye. Well, you viewers can see it, I can assure you, Paul Sterling can't. He will not be able to see anything through that.
Well, once before we have seen Leeds, and we saw it on Sky Sports as well, erase a 10-point half-time deficit. That was at Gateshead. Can they now erase a 12-point deficit? Not with passing like that, not with handling like that, and what's more, Danny Orr has picked it up, and away he comes. But Ryan Sheridan is probably having arguably his worst match of the year.
Unbelievable. They've come up with a set move, and it was awful. The pass was late, Sheridan arrived too early, stretched out for it.
2 missed tackles, 2 handling errors. So Castleford have it back, and Samson loses it, went backwards, play on is Stuart Cummings' call. This is Danny Orr.
But all we have to do now, Samson getting the ball away, I think that maybe was helped by a Leeds hand. Oh, just got him by the breeches.
He did. Good job that Barry McDermott did as well. Raper puts it down, that ball went backwards. Great scream from the Leeds supporters that should have been a knock-on. Big hoof downfield from Davis, collected then by Cummings. Cummings, playing dangerous stuff in front of his own posts. Harris just took a little flick from Samson.
No, that was right. Had a second bite of it, the second time it went backwards. Well, it shows you that they've got to be a little bit more confident, Leeds. You saw Cummings there, pass to his skipper, Justin Harris. But that's the type of play they need.
Farrell up the middle now. Couldn't get the ball away. Here's Powell. On it goes to Andy Hay, former Castleford man. Vowles with a big hit. Helped out by Lee Harlan. That's the last. They're still in their own half, Leeds. And Jackson gets it away to Senior. Senior then wide it goes to Sterling. Sterling dribbling it, trying to get past Eager. And Eager did well.
2 of the hits there from Adrian Vowles. He's been doing that all season. He's had a remarkable year. I know I keep reminding people, but when he played in Australia, they said he was not up to scratch. Well, welcome to this country. He's certainly made a mark for himself here.
Darren Rogers with that drive over the halfway line. 4 tackles gone. Gets to his feet. Davis was the dummy half. Here's Samson. That's the 5th. Now Darryl Powell over the top. McDermott down below. Vowles with the chip through. Good chip too, and Harris did well.
Good pressure there, Eager got to him. That's a good kick and chase. That's all Castleford have to do now, is just frustrate this Leeds outfit. Don't have to rush things. Ball control is so important to them. They know as the time ticks away that Leeds have to gamble more and more.
Marcus St. Hilaire has come on. That's probably the signal for Iestyn Harris to join in the fun, closer to the action. This, meanwhile, is Sheridan. He gives it to Godden. And that's the last now for Leeds. Good tackling again from Castleford. Farrell is in charge of the football again with the kicking. Over the top it goes. It's not a bad effort, as it turns out, but it should never have gone to him, the second row.
Well, they lost the plot completely in that first half. To be fair to Castleford, they did apply a pressure to the regular kickers. But as Eddie mentioned, second row and a big fella like Anthony Farrell does not really do begin. I mean,
he's only kicked the ball 4 times this season, and twice of them have come tonight.
That gives you some indication as the problems, and he knows it, is Graham Murray. They are all at sea, but the ship has yet to sink.
Well, they've not lost to Castleford at Headingley during the summer era. But at the moment, they are stirring down the barrels of a defeat. 7 minutes of the second half gone. 33 minutes and counting for Castleford to get through to the final eliminator.
Good run by Fritz. Morley went for a big shoulder charge, got half one on.
And 3, and again, fellas.
Now, it won't be pretty. It will not be pretty now from Castleford. They don't need to be either.
And they've lost it. This is Senior. Senior gets it away, and Jackson is hauled down. It was a good tackle by Eager. Jackson's hurt mind. Crowd screaming for the penalty. Stuart Cummings unimpressed. Here's Harris. Now they've got men out wide. They've loaded the left side. Morley breaks through. Godden's got it inside. Should have passed it.
Why didn't he pass? I can't believe that. Completely lost the plot, did Morley. That was under the sticks for Godden.
Here's Harris. Now it's with Powell. Powell on it goes to Hay. Gets away from Eager. Back to Powell. Powell almost through. He's hauled down. Can Leeds make this possession tell? Hay at dummy half. Farrell. They spread it wide again. This time it's McDermott. Ball goes down. Castleford have it back. And that is a golden opportunity for Leeds to get back in the match. Well and truly blown. Not then, but when Morley passed, or didn't pass.
How on earth did Adrian Morley not hear the call from his centre, Brad Godden? It was a wonderful break, the first of the game for Morley. He's screaming for it. He did everything right, threw the dummy out to his left, but then should have offloaded. Oh, dearie me.
I wonder whether we'll look back at that moment and say that was the moment when Leeds fell off this year's Super League perch. Marcus St. Hilaire. Great run from the substitute fullback.
Now then, Castleford on the back foot. You can see they're struggling to get their line of defence.
Bit of magic required from Harris or Darryl Powell. He almost stepped out of the challenge of Maloney, of Tonks rather. Sampson was there for the kill. Here's Sheridan. Oh, Sheridan. Well, at least said soon as mended, I think. Here's McDermott. He's trundling it away. Flicks it back again. He's given it to Castleford. Referee's whistle sounds. The ball was knocked forward by the Castleford man. Danny Orr will have to come back. The ball was knocked on by Castleford. It'll be head and feet at the scrum to Leeds then.
This is a big call.
It's not a scrum, it's offside.
Yeah, he's knocked down. He's in front of the ball.
But he can be in front of the ball. The game's still playing on. He can stand anywhere in the field of play when the game...
Yeah, he's ruled it's come off across the hand.
Oh, I'm not so sure. I think that just went straight away from the prop forward. That is a big call. I don't think a Castleford player got a hand to that.
Hold that, fellas. Hold that.
That is a big call. Danny Orr was on his way.
I think Stuart Raper knows it too.
He's knocked it out and you're in an offside position. That's what I've ruled.
Well, Barry McDermott is breathing heavily. I think he knows he's got out of jail. I think Graham Murray knows that decision has gone for his men. And can Iestyn Harris now really turn the screw? This will get them back to within 10.
They're very fortunate indeed here, especially with the fact only a minute ago they really should have scored. Morley should have passed to Godden. Pressure's on.
Second successful kick of the night for Iestyn Harris. He has 4 and so do Leeds, but Castleford have 14, and that kick equals the Lewis Jones record of 166 goals in a season. Stuart Raper's been down to touch side, now he goes back up top again. Graham Murray stays sat glued to his chair, biting a fingernail. And Iestyn Harris, one more goal to rewrite another record, but that's the furthest thing from his mind. 166 goals now this year for Iestyn Harris equals the great Lewis Jones.
Well, he deserves a big pat on the back for that alone, but I wonder how much it will be going through the brain boxes of all these Leeds players. They know that this man bombed the opportunity to really get them back into this match.
I think he knows it too. Powell. Going to look for something inspirational from Powell and Sheridan and Harris and Jackson, but it's the big forwards, McDermott, who's flying in, and Fritz.
There's a big hit as well from Fritz.
And rightly, the referee has penalised McDermott. He was the one pushing and shoving in the end.
Big hit though, wasn't it, from the second row of Fritz? He was hanging on, he was trying to milk the penalty. And he had a swing at it. It was just a push. That's frustration. That's all they got to do. This Castleford just frustrate this Leeds outfit. It's no good when you're 10 points adrift, trying to prove how tough you are. We all know they're tough. This is Super League. There's no crybabies play this game.
Well, Danny Orr will take all the time in the world and will have a shot at goal. Because the clock, as you can see in the top left of your screen, is ticking down. Now the referee has held the clock up. It's called time off. But Danny Orr 3 from 3 tonight, and this to wipe out the earlier effort just a few moments ago from Iestyn Harris. There's his angle.
Not so much the angle, Eddie. He wants the length. Even if it goes either side and it's not an extra 2 points, the most important factor is that he lands this bag of air right onto the top of the Castleford fans behind those posts. It's tense moments for the Tiger camp.
Sure is. 21-year-old Danny Orr. Not even the Tiger mascot dare watch this. 3 from 4 against Wigan last week, 100% here tonight. Big kick this. The crowd will tell you, and the flags confirm, that Danny Orr has added 2 more points to the Tigers' total. Not a try, it's a goal. It's 2 points, it's 16-4.
Complete jubilation from the fans, calm, cool and collected from Stuart Raper. Wonderful show of emotion when the final whistle went. Completely the opposite there from Graham Murray. How important was that bombed opportunity when Adrian Morley raced away, gotten on the inside? The fans may have to be left with that for the rest of this year to talk about.
Well, Fritz took a bang in the mouth, I think. Took his time getting to his feet. There'll be plenty of that now from Castleford.
Just a strainee coming over the top, but he won't mind.
Oh, Haaland does well. 3 tackles gone. Club of the Year, 1999. 1.5 performances of the year from Castleford in these playoffs. Raper dummy half. Davis, on it goes to Tonks. He'll trundle it over the halfway on the last tackle.
They've all played the part of the Tigers pack. They're sharing the work.
Davis Danny Orr rather, just thumps the ball downfield. That's a good kick. It's not going to run out. So Marcus St. Hilaire has to run it back. And that he does. Oh, he gets away from 2. They've dropped off the tackle. Great run from Marcus St. Hilaire.
Quick play the ball, that's what's needed. You can see there that Castleford is struggling to get back.
Harris into the arms of Powell. Hit by Vowles, going nowhere. Sampson hauls him down.
And yet again, the Tigers get back into that one line. As we saw last week against Wigan, they scramble back so well.
Senior Paul Sterling trying to go round Rodgers, but Rodgers up to the task. Plays the ball.
Oh, Rodgers. There was no one there.
Looping pass from Sheridan to Harris. Harris attacking down the left-hand side. Beautiful ball, Godden. Great defence again. Quick play the balls. That's what Leeds need now, and Harris just hammers the ball into touch.
What a great tackle on the blind side by Dale Fritz. It left Harris with no option but to just kick towards the touchline, apply the pressure. Maybe the mistake will come. It has not been Justin Harris's night. Neither has it been a good evening for that fella, Graham Murray.
Well, a grey suit and a grey mood at the moment for Graham Murray.
I'll stop the clock. Time off. Come on, fellas.
Referee calling time off. Castleford plodding to this scrum.
They're wasting time. I call time.
25 minutes or thereabouts left for Leeds Rhinos to rescue their playoff hopes.
How much petrol have they got in the tank, the Tigers? That's what we have to wait and see.
Can they go all the way down the road with that petrol to the grand final at Old Trafford on Saturday, October the 9th? It's getting ever closer now. Information 0113 244 1114. The kickoff is at 6:30 in the morning. Super League Europe will take your calls from Monday morning.
Well, we've spoken about the frustration. You can see Jackson ripping the ball away with the Leeds player, 2-on-1. Farrell joins in, and the frustration will continue. The Tigers will slow things down. They're not going for length. They're going to make sure that it gets over that whitewash.
14 penalties. Castleford have had 8 of them. That was the 8th. That's why they're in possession on halfway, and this is Tonks.
Okay, that's one. Come on, hit the line.
And it's exactly the same 17 that played against Wigan last week. And the master plan from Stuart Raper has gone absolutely according to script.
Well, perhaps it's time to bring on a couple of fresh legs.
Tonks.
And perhaps that time will come midway through the second half.
We're nearly there now. It's with Davis. On it goes to Orr. Dancing little run. He flicks the pass back. It went backwards to Davis. He picks up and carries it on. Keeps the movement going. Tonks, quick hands. Flowers wrapped up by Godden. That's the last.
Anybody there for the 1 point? Is it Maloney?
Maloney comes one way, goes back the other. High kick. He was hit late by Godden. St. Hilaire's underneath it. Cool as you like. Danny Orr and Haaland with the tackling.
There was good pressure there by Godden. Francis Maloney had come in from the centre into the middle of field. He was obviously going to go for the 1 point. But look at this tigerish tackling. Sampson coming over the top. Eager low. Well, Eddie, there's said for years, haven't they, the Australian coaches, that defence wins you the games, the big crunch games. And that's where you've got to point yet again to these Tigers.
McDermott to go up the middle, flicks it back. Harris, out wide it goes to Godden. Here's Morley again. Morley hangs on this time, and rightly so. Tackled by Gay. Jackson is at dummy half. It's now with Sheridan. On it goes to Powell. Powell looks this way. Gives it to Andy Hay. He steps inside the challenge from Bowles. Sets off on a run. Andy Hay! Andy Hay's got Sterling with him. He's kicked for the corner. Sterling's after it. Sterling misses it. Rodgers under pressure. And Sterling knocks the ball forward.
Well, again, you can see Powell pushing his way away from Sampson, and Hay opted for the kick out wide rather than the pass on the inside. Darryl Powell was there. He got away from Sampson. That's another crucial mistake. Hay makes the break, just like Morley. Only on this occasion, Hay went for the kick for this fella Sterling. Not to be. They've had their opportunities. They are not taking them.
Well, they've had 2 in the second half, which is 18, nearly 19 minutes old. Fritz withdrawn, Heppy, those fresh legs Steve-O was talking about, has come on. This, meanwhile, is Richard Gay.
And you could see in that last passage of play that some of these Castleford players, they are really digging deep. They're having to. But they still have that commanding lead. And if they need any encouragement, they just look at the scoreboard.
Clear.
Sometimes skill, endurance, call it whatever you like. The biggest fillip you get is when you look at the scoreboard and say we're in charge.
Sampson waited for the referee's call, played it. This is Danny Orr. Orr slides the kick through, looking for Rodgers. Sterling collides with his fullback.
They were offside.
Offside. Rodgers was offside. St. Hilaire and Paul Sterling. Well, Sterling's been in the wars tonight.
Well, Sterling was very brave. Beautiful place kick, wasn't it? Now, normally, you would give it to the full-back because he's running towards the goal. Trying to get the ball away. Can they hang on? That has got to be the big question. The gaps are now appearing.
Senior does well, gets the ball away to Sterling again. He disappears under the challenge of Haaland. We're in the last quarter of the match. Harris on to McDermott. Have you spotted a man of the match yet? 0660 10 10 13. Morley on it goes to Godden, who is completely surrounded as soon as he picked that up. Your prize, 2 grand final tickets. Winner's prize here tonight, a place maybe in the grand final at Old Trafford.
Why did he step though? Francis Cummings had an opportunity and he took one step and stepped back on the inside.
Leeds now flooding forward. Sheridan on to Harris. Harris then to Hay. Smothered again. Back it goes to Senior. And Senior will bring it back this way. Gives it to Darryl Powell. Powell sees there's men out wide. One of them is Farrell. Anthony Farrell. Wide it goes to Cummings. Try to Francis Cummings. Is that the moment when Leeds come back into this match? 24 of 1999 for Francis Cummings on this, his 200th career appearance. The try for the Leeds Rhinos. The lifeline's been thrown into the pool. Can Leeds battle their way back now? That's the first step on a long, long road.
Well, I thought that Francis Cummings had bombed it. There was an opportunity out wide, but he came up trumped at the right moment. Leeds are doing the right thing now, keeping this ball alive. You can see how Castleford are struggling. They're hanging back. Senior kept it alive. They are really struggling out there, the Tigers. Good work from Darryl Powell. And Farrell, he was not greedy. He knew that Cummings was there. Well taken. Are they on the way back? Big time.
Well, what a kick this is to break the record of Lewis Jones. This for a new mark for Iestyn Harris at Leeds. He's kicked it! A significant kick in many ways, not least because Leeds are back in this match. But Iestyn Harris now the most prolific goal kicker in Leeds history.
But you can see they're all being sucked across into the middle of the field, and once it went back, and it was Senior that was quick enough to do the step, run across, they were always going to be trouble. 2-on-1, Farrell made the dummy and the break. Beautiful pass out wide, well executed. They needed that, they knew it. There's only one man around him that is not up in jubilation, and that is the coach, Graham Murray. He knows there's still a lot of work to do.
Well, joint 4th on the try list for Francis Cummings, and that now 24 for the season. And, well, we're 6 points away from the possibility of extra time, but we've 17 minutes left for play. But if it does go level at the end of 80 minutes, it's 10 minutes each way. If it's still deadlocked, then we're down to the golden point. Then you will see drop goal attempts that Steve has been shouting for all year. But Leeds are not thinking about that, and they're up for this now.
Big hit from Brad Eppie. Maloney went down for the football.
Clash of heads, was it? No, Maloney's flat.
I think Eppie just went in with the shoulder. Jackson, Maloney there to call, stray elbow. Elbowing Maloney, Eppie over the top. Crack, I thought he hit the shoulder first off. And Brad Eppie, this may be put on report. It should be.
Okay, yes, no, we're going to start with the play of the ball.
I think the referee is going to put it on the report.
Adrian.
Call the touch judge over from this near side. That will be viewed by the authorities this week and maybe handed on to the disciplinary.
Well, it's not going to be a penalty. Well, just let Jackson play the ball, because he was flat out. That's why I released it. With no control, the game had stopped, and then it just bubbled away.
A good see of it. The touch is in there as well. Right, we didn't get a good look at it, so we're going to carry on with the play of the ball. Okay, second tackle, but we're putting the incident on report. Okay.
It's on report. Heppy will stay on. The referee and touch judge didn't see it properly. That's why it's handed on to the authorities. And it's the second play the ball coming up. But Jackson, well, every picture tells a story, and Jackson is groggy at the moment.
Well, he's not capable of playing it. Like the officials, Jackson didn't see it coming either.
McDermott drives it in. Castleford are hanging on now. They have a 6-point lead, and the Rhinos have the smell of blood. Powell recycles the football to Harris. Keith Senior running backwards, gives it though to Morley. Morley steps out of the challenge, flicks it wide to Cummings. Great tackle by Richard Gay. Castleford now tackling for their lives. Leeds trying to open them up once more. Farrell looks over the shoulder, wants to offload it. Can't do so.
The tactics from Leeds now, keep this ball alive, run across, doesn't matter whether you're going forward, because it's got to drag this Castleford defence away. That's a lovely kick there from Sheridan.
That's his best kick of the night. Rogers has picked it up. Powell led the chase, helped out by Sterling. Now it's vital that Castleford hang on and get a good kick and chase in themselves. Leeds are hunting the mistake.
Have they got the legs? Tigers. What a wonderful display it has been from these lads.
He looks anxious now, Stuart Raper. Heppy is wrestled to the ground by Hay.
Well, it's the fresh legs from Heppy that really has to sort things out. They've got to take the responsibility of carting this ball out. They know that his fellow players are getting tired by the second.
That's a good defensive stint from the Tigers. A beautiful kick, a boomer from Danny Orr, but straight down the throat of St. Hilaire. So Leeds will come back. Here they come again. Quarter of an hour remaining, 6 points in it. These are the playoffs. This is how important it is to these teams. It will go right down to the wire. That's a penalty to Leeds. Tonks curses because he surrendered 25 metres to the Rhinos.
Just losing their plot somewhat. You can see Tonks rubbing the elbow in. They are on the charge, the Rhinos, for the first time throughout this game.
Here's Sheridan. On it goes to Harris. A bit of brilliance from Harris. Not this time. Tonks and Raper haul him down 20 metres away. Powell on the blind side. Fires the pass. Takes the return. Over the top. Second for Cummings. That was sensational play by Powell and Godden. A neat 1-2. Open Castleford up. Now his brow is furrowed. Francis Cummings' second try. He's up to the quarter century. Second try for Cummings in just 6 minutes. And Leeds with a kick to come to level it.
Well, he's broken the record, Justin Harris, of the great Lewis Jones. He needs this one, though. Good work from Powell. They kept the ball alive. Beautiful little flick around there. Cummings in the right position. There was a claim of the forward pass. The high shot perhaps will show it clearly. They can't go to the screen for it. It was wonderful work though from Godden and Powell. The combination. Powell's had a big season, but what a right time to come to the top.
Now then, Yestin Harris, who kicked one more difficult than this a few minutes ago. So he knows the route to goal. This to level it. It's 16 apiece at Headingley. Are Leeds playing their get-out-of-jail card again? 16 all, now the Rhinos.
There you see the long pass out wide, they'll do the run around the man circle. They were always going to have the overlap. He was a magnificent piece of rugby league football from Brad Godden and Powell. Then Cummings does what he's paid to do, scored a try. What a kick from Justin Harris, what a fight back. It's been all the Rhinos. Remember, they bumped 2 opportunities. Morley made the break, nothing. Hay made the break, nothing. And then up comes Mr. Cummings. 2 tries in 6 minutes. Hold on.
Yes, hold on to your hats. We've got 12 minutes remaining, and let me tell you something about Francis Cummings. He's out of contract at the end of this season. He might have just rewritten his deal. 2 priceless tries for the Leeds Rhinos. They're back.
It's amazing, isn't it? I criticise Francis Cummings, who's one of the best steppers. He has a habit of making the break and doing the step, and I thought, oh, he's lost the football, play on.
That's McDermott who's lost it.
Now they'll be going for the 1 point, Eduardo.
We'll see. Haaland to drive it in. And the referee will be shouting at Leeds now as he shouts at Castleford when they form the defensive line. No penalties, but they moved off the mark too quick.
Settle things down, go for the 2 points, it's within range.
And Vowles has pointed to the post. The referee shouts to the defensive line of both sides in situations like that, no penalties.
What are you doing?
And he looked to his right and he saw Andy Hay had taken a flyer.
Well, that was very crafty of the Tigers skipper, Adrian Vowles. He walked well away from the referee, Stuart Cummings, and in the end you could see that they were well off the mark. Andy Hay was leading the charge. But Adrian Vowles, how's this for using your brains? He went out of the range, went behind all his own players, little doubt, right next to the official Stuart Cummings. And Cummings couldn't see him. Even though Vowles had already spoken to his goal kicker to go for it, he hung around until Stuart Cummings says, what are you doing?
Well, you'll notice now the referee has stopped the clock again, and there's been plenty of that.
But only after about 15 seconds,
yes,
had gone away.
Crafty play from the Castleford skipper. Now, Danny Orr, how's this for a pressure kick? Well, any other match of the year, Orr had plonked this over. Here's a test of a young man's character. Leeds fans can hardly bear to watch. They're doing their best to put him off. Time for the bottle, Mr. Orr.
It's gone to the right.
He's missed it.
Well, not only tired legs whilst you're running, perhaps tired leg when you're going for a pressure kick like that. Well, that surprised me. Leeds have not gone for the shorter one. I would have gone for it, but they've gone for the depth and trying to force the mistake.
Happy at dummy half. Vowles. Leeds are piling in now. Raper, dummy half. Haaland is almost through. Telling tackle from Jackson.
Come on.
Raper. Here come Castleford now. Davis onto Heppy. Scrambling defence from Brad Godden.
Down the middle, that's the call.
He's looking for another penalty there. It's with Nathan Sykes. That's the 5th and last. Now they're all lined up back this way. Long range 1-pointer maybe. No, they're going for broke. Heppy,
They've blown it. Why on earth did they not go for the 1 point? That is a crucial mistake. The slip from Heppy. Farrell picks up the ball gleefully. I cannot believe that they did not utilise the chance of the field goal.
Here's Jackson. Jackson was almost through.
You can guarantee that the Rhinos will.
If they get near.
One Mr. Harris will be knocking on the door somewhere.
Oh, Vowles flew into the tackle on Powell. Get your calls in now for man of the match. Get your calls in, tell us who's going to win the match. St. Hilaire round the corner, Godden's away. Great tackle back again by Davis. Cummings to Harris, this is the last, they're running it Leeds. Oh, Godden's put it down. Gay's got it back for Castleford.
Well, again, why did they go for the power play? Well, the frustration that must be going through these players' minds.
So here come Castleford now. Fritz plays it. Orr picks it up and gives it to Jason Flowers. He spins away but can't get away from Farrell. Heppy in a dummy half. Here they come again.
Well, you cannot fault the character of this Castleford team.
Oh, penalty conceded by Powell against Fritz.
Kicking to the corner, slow things down, head to those white sticks. And that is what the coach will be telling them. Powell went for the double shuffle. He'd already completed the tackle. He had a brainstorm of the wrong way, and he's saying no, Graham Murray. He's experienced enough. His Daryl Powell has been round the traps a very long time.
This is a vital set of 6 for the Tigers. Sykes to drive it in. 20 metres away. Davis, on it goes to Fritz. Fritz is driving it in towards the post. Davis, he is Vowles. Vowles to torment them again. Gets to within 8 metres.
Will Davis go for it early?
Haaland, it's back with Raper. Raper kicks the one. Aaron Raper kicks the 1 point that just inches Castleford ahead. 17-16.
Good thinking there. Davis was stood outside. They thought perhaps he was going for it. They went early in the tackle count. The experience told of the Australian hooker, Aaron Raper. What a buy he has been. Composure supreme. 1 point in it. Still plenty of time to go.
And of course, Castleford will get the ball back from this kick-off, or will they? Is Harris going short? Well, it's shorter than usual. And the ball has come back into... Oh, McDermott knocked it on. Castleford have got it back.
What an opportunity. They did everything right there. It was a wonderful short kick-off. Morley jumped high. He's a tall fellow.
Steve-O, remember Michael Withers and Bradford Bulls not long ago when he scored the first 1-pointer of his career? We reckon that's the first 1-pointer of Aaron Raper's professional career.
Who cares?
Stuart Raper, his brother. And all the Castleford supporters. Vowles stumbled into the tackle.
It was real composure.
Raper's Vowles in no hurry. Raper's at dummy half. Here's Fritz. Goes round Sheridan. Can't get away from Marcella and Senior. This is the last one. Eager. Raper again. Will drill it down the touchline looking for Rogers. Rogers is picked up. Oh! Wonderful from Sterling. Where did he come from? Oh!
Eager come from too.
Michael Eager was about to put that ball over the line, and out came the arm of one Paul Sterling.
Well, what a game the hooker Raper has had. It was a pinpoint kick, and Sterling came to it. It looked that Eager was going in for his second try. Sterling has given him the last throw of the dice.
Never mind where he came from. How did Paul Sterling see it?
Well, penalties.
What a match. Courage from both sides. Leeds were totally outplayed in the first half. But the courage from this Castleford Tigers cannot be denied. They've still got to hang on. The plot is yet to be finished. Drive again and go for the 1 point.
Last 5 minutes. It's with Nathan Sykes. Good strong run. Now then, are they lined up back this way? They are again. It's with Vowles. He'll take it in a little further. Oh, and Davis was hunting the pass that never came. That's 4 gone. They're looking for 4 with Raper. Raper to seal it, stabs it through, and drops on it gratefully. Brad Godden.
But they didn't need to do that. They did not have to put themselves under so much pressure. That is play from a side who is behind, not a side who is in control. They have missed a golden opportunity.
Oh, Senior's put it down. Rogers has it back.
What a time to come up with a mistake.
More defence needed by this Leeds side. Eager to within 4 metres of the line. Fritz will score. Castleford have won it. Castleford march on. Dale Fritz with a try. His first try for Castleford. What a time to come up with it. Graham Murray's grand final dream is in tatters. So is theirs. The ladies praying in the background. It's no time for prayers. Dale Fritz has taken Castleford 1 more step down the road to Old Trafford. And Stuart Raper and Alan Agar know it.
It all came from the mistake from Keith Senior, who had visions of going to grand final. He knocked on, Rogers took the ball, he took the tackle, and from it, Fritz from dummy half, he split them. What an effort. What a try! The crowd behind those posts have gone absolutely balmy. So has the coach, Stuart Raper. Yes, yes and double yes. What a match, what a coach, what disappointment.
Well, Dale Fritz was under Graham Murray at the start of his career at Illawarra, and would you believe it, his last try was for the Perth Reds against Graham Murray's Hunter Mariners 2 years ago. His first try for Castleford, and his absolutely priceless first try for Castleford, and this now to clinch it once and for all. This to give the Tigers a 7-point cushion in the last couple of minutes. Orr has kicked it. Orr has kicked Castleford all the way to next Sunday's playoff final. And poor Stuart Raper, he is punching the air with delight on the touchline. I don't think a coach lives a match any more than Stuart Raper on a night like this.
And this is why he'll be joining my ranks very, very soon. The hair will be going. They've gone for the short one. It's popped up yet again. Tremendous work from Fritz. They thought that Heppy was going to drive it forward. He's the man at dummy half now. Up your jumper time. What a game this fella's had that's playing the football. The skipper, Adrian Vowles. He has led by example. You talk of courage in any sport, you can't get much better than what this has been shown by both sides. Leeds have come back with everything, but Castleford have denied them.
Yes, there will be the biggest party in Castleford's history, at least for a week, and then if they get to Old Trafford after next weekend's match, there'll be another, and if they win at Old Trafford in the grand final, well, you won't be able to buy a drink in Castleford. They'll drink the place dry. Look at that brotherly love on the touchline between Stuart and Aaron Raper.
And he knows that it's that 1 point from his brother that can make him smile, because even if Leeds get a converted try in the dying seconds, it's to no avail. It's a very quiet crowd here below us at Headingley. Normally they're lifting the roof off.
And it's the end of Graham Murray's Super League reign at Headingley. What a reign it's been over the past 2 years, but at the last hurdle, or the last but one hurdle, the Leeds Rhinos have flunked it. And this will mean that both the grand finalists of 1998 have gone west, courtesy of the Castleford Tigers.
Come on, come on! Go on, you're home and dry.
Inside the last minute, Stuart Raper just said to one of the Castleford players, go on, you're home and dry, and I think he's absolutely right. I think they are. Masella, great ball to Godden, big hit by Rogers, keeps the movement going. Marcus St. Hilaire up the middle. Inside the last half minute.
It's got to be a penalty, they've had a second bite, but he's allowing the advantage.
Harris, back on the inside to Godden. Godden trying to recycle it.
He'll give the penalty. He allowed the advantage.
Come away, come away, come away.
They're losing the cool a little bit out there, frustration.
Well, Pickering's out there, and Godden's out there, and everybody's holding everybody down. The referee is the calmest man on the field. There's only 18 seconds to go.
That was good refereeing by Stuart Cummings. He allowed the advantage, but they know they're home.
Graham Steadman and Stuart Raper, they know they're on the verge of a famous win.
That's a knock-on.
It's over.
It's all over now. Fowler puts it down.
Set and match to the Tigers.
And what a match it's been.
What an effort.
Also, that's it.
There's the full-time siren. Cue the celebrations on the touchline again. Stuart Raper has done it again, and Graham Murray is crestfallen. He has left Headingley as he came into Headingley, beaten by the Castleford Tigers in knockout football. The end of a glorious 2 years tenure for Graham Murray, but it's the Castleford Tigers who march on. Such courage. 3 tries to 2. And these supporters, some of them I bet a couple of years ago had never even heard of the Tigers or Super League, would have come to the aid of the party, to the club of the year. And And Stuart Raper now goes round and shakes the hand of every one of his Castleford Tigers. They will regroup. They've now got till a week on Sunday to come back. And they will play the losers of Sunday's match between Bradford